One of my favorite sandwiches is the chicken cordon bleu, but I thought, how can we get a little creative and turn that into a salad? We'll take all the components of the sandwich and we'll serve it over romaine leaves, but get a little creative with how we put it together. Now, the first thing we're gonna do is formulate skewers. Now, just pick up some wooden skewers in the supermarket, take chicken breast and cut it into 1-inch cubes. Then get some deli ham and simply alternate on the skewer. Chicken, ham, chicken, ham. This recipe will make enough for about 6 skewers. Now, once those are all done, get those on a sheet pan lined with some parchment paper, and now let's make the dressing that's gonna go over top before we pop that into the oven and cook them. Now, what we're going to do first is get the yolk of 1 egg. Not the whites, just the yolk. From there, a little Dijon mustard, because classic cordon bleu is made with Dijon. Then some shallots, chopped finely. Then a little honey for sweetness. And then some fresh herbs. Now, this is fresh thyme. If you've got dried thyme, that's fine too. Then a little salt and pepper and some sherry vinegar. This is going to add a nice tang to the dressing. And then finally, we're going to add some olive oil, some extra virgin olive oil. Now, we're going to whisk this together so we can emulsify. I had a cooking instructor once tell me that emulsification is getting 2 things that don't get along to hold hands. The oil and the vinegar don't typically get together, so we're going to kind of force them together. So we'll get our whisk, keep that tight in the center of the bowl, and what's going to start happening is the vinegar and the oil will combine. The mustard will make it creamy. The shallots add extra flavor, the fresh herbs, the salt and pepper. The honey gives it a distinctive sweetness, but just a hint. Once this is mixed and it comes together pretty quickly, we're going to pour some but not all over the skewers and get these into the oven. I'll save some for the end because we'll top it once we get these cooked skewers onto the lettuce leaves. We'll let this marinate for about 10 to 15 minutes, pop it into the oven, and then I've got another step to make it even more flavorful. So our chicken ham skewers are out of the oven and are nicely cooked. Now we're gonna make a breadcrumb and cheese mixture to top these off, and then we'll pop them back into the oven. So the first thing we're gonna do is get some shredded Swiss cheese into a bowl, then ground Parmesan, Italian breadcrumbs, nice supermarket shortcut, and then some chopped parsley. All of this comes together. We just give this a little stir, folding in all those ingredients so the cheese is nicely coated with the breadcrumbs. So we're going to take this mixture now and top each of the skewers. There we go. Use your fingers. The kids can help out with this, not a problem. And you can be generous with this. Remember, we've lined our sheet pan with parchment paper, so that'll make for easy cleanup later. Because remember, a cordon bleu sandwich would have the chicken, the cheese, the ham, all the goodies. Now, we'll get these back into the oven until the breadcrumbs are toasted and the cheese is melted. Then this is served over a bed of romaine leaves, and we'll take that reserved dressing from earlier to finish off a perfect summertime salad.